So, what's the solution to saving local businesses, and why should we as students even care? These are the questions you may have as a student on a campus that you're beginning to feel is a second home. But it's good that we're not the only ones with this issue of saving local businesses. We can get inspiration from the Daily Bruin, a UCLA student-run newspaper. Now, I believe the solution to supporting local businesses isn't as straightforward as it can sound, as everyone won't start going to local businesses from now on. It's just not a feasible option with all of our different lives. In an article about shopping at local businesses, the Daily Bruin acknowledges that in practicality, college students are busy. You're busy with the required class and studying, but additional group work, student group activities, jobs, volunteering, and at the end of doing all of those things, the Daily Bruin gets this right. The ethics of our purchasing habits is the least of our concerns. They also have a comment about why you should care. If you care about the community you live in, you should know that supporting fellow community members contributes more to the growth of the neighborhood than large businesses can. It just makes more sense to help those that are local. Shopping in your community puts money back into the community that you're a part of. Here are two examples where caring can be really important. First, here's Nick's Restaurant. As a notable restaurant on State Street, this local business has been operating for almost 64 years. But as Samara Cockderby writes in the Wisconsin State Journal, the restaurant's future is not certain. The business has been struggling after the COVID pandemic as people choose to stay in and get deliveries instead, among other factors. Customers describe it as a time capsule for its inside vibes and old-fashioned look. We need to preserve these kinds of businesses, and Nick's Restaurant isn't the only one. Another example, according to the Daily Cardinal, was a J.D. McCormick development proposal in 2022 to demolish several local buildings on the 400 block of State Street. Those buildings were Central T Bar, B-Side Records, and Freedom Skate Shop. In exchange, a new building would have been constructed, with retail on the first floor and student housing above. Madison's Plan Commission unanimously denied the proposal. The new building would have changed the current historical and cultural characteristic of State Street. It's thanks to the Plan Commission and Madison residents for using their voice to support locals and preserve what they bring to State Street. So, if anything, a small realistic thing, such as changing up your normal routine and going to a new local restaurant once a week, can be really nice for locals. In bigger numbers, we can really support these people and our community. If you really build connections with these locals, standing up for them is the best.